You got to decide how you're going to walk away when all is said and done.
You should know better than this. This is getting old.
Because this battle between your team and their team will always be fought. So you better not think you can just show up. You better come to play. And on this field, hope and opportunity lie at your feet. And the only thing standing between your making history and being history is you. North side versus South side.
From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, it's Adam Dunn, it's Alex Rios and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Carlos Zambrano and the crosstown rival Chicago Cubs. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you game one of this three-game series. As you know, the Sox coming out of Phoenix yesterday where we won the rubber match by a score of 8-2. Philip Humber, once again, being Philip Humber, pitching terrific baseball. So the Sox come in at 35-38, and tonight, Gavin Floyd.
Gavin Floyd is 6-6, so he'd love to get over 500 with a win tonight. He hasn't faced the Cub team very often. On the other side of the field, Carlos Zambrano is 5-4 this year with an ERA over 4.5. He has faced the Sox a lot. He's 5-4 against them, but his ERA is up close to 5. This is always an exciting series. We expect more of the same here tonight. The Cubs came off a good homestand at 4-3. The Sox came out of Arizona in pretty good shape, so hopefully tonight we win the first of a three-game series.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way. one of this 3-game set. And we were talking about during our last ball game yesterday about defense. And Steve, you being a former pitcher and a former Cy Young Award winner, you know just how important that is. And that catch that was not made by Brett Lillibridge may have won us 2 ball games in Arizona.
Well, there's no doubt that Brett has done just a great job. And when you're the best outfielder at every outfield position on the club, you're going to get some playing time. Lillibridge is getting more. That play that he made to keep the ball in the ballpark did not surrender the lead. The Sox went on to win the game. And defense is the key, and both of these teams could use a little better defense.
Well, it's going to have to be because we have Gavin Floyd tonight against Zambrano. But the thing about this series is I don't care what the records of the teams are. We can always say it every year. Just throw them out.
Well, you've got some guys that have excelled in this series. Paul Konerko is one of them. He's hit 16 long balls lifetime against the Cubs. In interleague play, he's been a killer. He's been a killer all year long. He's one of the guys, Hawk, that you look at and you say to yourself, this guy's going to get the job done.
Well, to me, he's the MVP in the American League this year and certainly on the All-Star team. But the Sox coming in, we are 23-16 all time against the Cubs here.
There's no doubt that we've dominated them here. We've dominated them recently. So there was a time when the Cubs had the edge. Not so any longer. We're 4 up over 500 against this Cub team. Hopefully the Cubs will not catch a little lightning in a bottle here, and we can take advantage of this homestand against not only the Cubs, but Washington.
All right, we'll be back.
To you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting, provided by WRTO La Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader. So let's take a look at how Mike Quade is going to line up his Chicago Cubs. Fukudome, who will take a walk leading off, then it's Castro, DeWitt, Ramirez, who's starting to get hot, Pena, Soriano, Soto, LeMahieu, and Campana, who has great speed, hitting 9th. The defense, and how they'll play behind Gavin Floyd left to right, Pierre Rios and Quinton in the infield. T and Ramirez, Vizquel, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski gets the nod behind the plate. And Gavin Floyd in pursuit of win number 7 on the hill. This is his 14th start. He does have a complete game. Opponents are hitting .250. That means he's giving up 9 hits per 9 innings. And you take a look at the other numbers, very impressive. 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio. So here are the umpires. James Hoy behind the plate. Tom Hallion is at first. Phil Cuzzy is at third. Bill Miller at third. Phil Cuzzy at second. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with WGN Sports on the U. First of this 3-game set, the Crosstown Classic. So here's Fukudome, 34-year-old veteran, and the first pitch of the ball game. It's taken for a strike.
You probably want to keep the ball away from Fukudome. Force him to hit the ball to center or right or left center field.
He's hitting at 290, 3 homers. Here's that ball hit. Paulie lost his footing. This will feed right there. So 2 pitches, 1 out.
Well, that's a question of Gavin Floyd not taking anything for granted, because Paul's going to make this catch. Most likely he's going to run to the bag, but because he did slip, Gavin was over there and they made the play rather easily.
Cubs come in hitting at .265 as a team with a 4.79 ERA. Cubs are 29-42, 10 games back.
And St. Louis, one of the teams they're chasing, took a tremendous blow today as Albert Pujols has a small fracture in his forearm. Lost from 4 to 6 weeks.
So here's Starlin Castro, 21-year-old shortstop, hitting at .315, a homer. He's driven in 32. And here at beautiful USA Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. And the count 2-0.
Castro doesn't like to walk very much, only 13 walks and 295 at bats. So normally he is swinging 2-0. He has been automatically swinging 3-2 if he gets that far.
Big gap out there in left center. And there's the strike. Cubs 13-20 on the road, 16-22 at home.
And they're still together.
Playing him that way, pitching him that way, and he's hitting that way. 2 down.
Couldn't ask for any better defensive alignment. AJ wanted the ball away. Gavin got it there. And Rios is able to run it down easily.
Blake DeWitt, the left fielder, hitting at .263, a homer. He's driven in 6. Takes low ball 1. Gavin coming in at 52-48 in his career, and lifetime against the Cubs is 0-1 with a 1.20 ERA. There's the strike.
They traded Ted Lilly and Ryan Theriot to the Dodgers for Kyle Smith and Brett Wallach, along with Blake DeWitt.
And there's a strike. Work the inside corner for strike 1, outside corner for strike 2, so the count 1-2.
DeWitt has been pulling the ball quite a bit. And that's the way they're shifted both in the infield and the outfield against him.
He gone. 1-2 inning for Floyd after having a play. It's the Cubs, nothing, and the good guys coming to bat.
BMW dealers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And we'll take a look at how Ozzy's lining him up. Pierre leading off with Vizquel and Quinton hitting back-to-back. And it's Paulie in the middle who's been red hot with Dunn. who's hit 7 home runs against Zambrano. Ramirez, Krasinski, Rios, and Tien rounded out. The defense behind Carlos Zambrano: DeWitt, Campana, and Fukudome in the outfield. Ramirez, Castro, LeMahieu, and Pena in the infield. Giovanni Soto behind the plate. And Big Z, Carlos Zambrano, 5-4 this year, a higher ERA than he would like at 4.59. This is his 16th start. Opponent sitting a surprising 2.61. That's most unusual for Zambrano.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As here's Pierre hitting at 257, a homer. He's driven in 15.
Well, Carlos, you'd love to get to him early before that sinker has a chance to really start sinking. His tendency to throw it a little harder in the first inning with all the adrenaline flowing.
Corners in close. And first pitch strike. Sox hitting at 254 as a club with a 4.00 team ERA. And very quickly the count 0-2.
Carlos threw the first 2 pitch at 90 miles an hour.
And there's a good way to start it.
One guy in the outfield you don't want to run on is Fukudome. He is the only guy in the outfield you don't want to run on. Zambrano gets his ball up, gets over the plate, and it's into right field.
So here's Omar, our 44-year-old phenom, hitting at 286. No homers. He's driven in 8. Fakes the bunt, takes the strike.
This is a very difficult combination to run against. Zambrano's very quick to the plate. Giovanni Soto above average, right in the 192, 193 range, with 2.0 as the average leather to leather.
There he goes. And that's off the glove. And they get Omar.
Pierre is going on a hit and run. Zambrano can't get to it. He slowed it down to make sure they couldn't get the force out at second. But Pierre moves into scoring position.
And here's Quentin. Hitting at 260, 17 homers, 47 knocked in. He is 1 for 1 lifetime off Zambrano, and that 1 hit left the premises.
Zambrano
ball at 90.
Zambrano has been throwing a first ball fastball in the neighborhood of 90% of the time. That ball was right in on the hands. Carlos' big velocity days are probably behind him.
Soto to the outside. Breaking ball. And the count 0-2. Sox 41-37 all time against the Cubs. Sox have won 11 of the last 15 to get to that mark. Reach back. Got that one up to 91.
Cubs pitching last in the National League. Their defense second to last. Sometimes they do go hand in hand.
Outfield straight up. Breaking ball, no. So the count 2-2. No score, bottom of the first if you're just tuning in. And there's a squibber base hit right off the end of the bat. He'll take it. So here's Pierre. He scores in his 1-0 Sox.
RBI number 48 for Carlos Quentin. Sox draw first blood.
It's tough to get a duck snort on the ground, but you just saw one.
Here's a slider. Carlos barely gets it by Pena. This ball didn't have a whole lot on it, but he couldn't have rolled it out there any better.
So that'll bring up Pauly. Pauly hitting at .327, 19 homers, 56 driven in. Pauly coming off a big series in Phoenix. Hit a home run in each game. That one, that sinker at 89. 0-1 the count.
Outfield straight away, very deep for Pauly, as you would expect all the way around. That's what he's done recently. He's been as hot as anybody in baseball over the last 2.5 weeks.
And that ball hit. Stretch! Stretch, get up! It will, you can! Put it on the board! Yes! He just muscled it out of here for a 2-run homer, number 20 on the season. And the Sox lead it 3-0. It's all good.
Get the sinker baller before the ball starts sinking. That's what Pauly did. It's a 3-0 lead. And this ball, as Zambrano tries to sneak it inside, but sinkers thigh high aren't good sinkers. They go into the bullpen.
So here's Adam. Adam at 182, but lifetime against Zambrano, 13 for 62, and of the 13 hits, 6 of them stayed in the park.
You got Castro way back on the grass, back a second. That's as far back as we've seen a shortstop on the shift. Of course, LeMahieu is in short right field.
And the 2-1 pitch. Big rip.
That ball just a touch too far inside where Adam could not get to it.
And just got a piece of that one. So the leadoff single by Pierre, the ground out on a hit and run by Omar. Off the glove of Zambrano. Quentin with a little squibber off the end of the bat right by Pena down the first baseline, knocking in Pierre and then Pauly. On the second pitch, a 2-run home. Breaking ball, he got him, so 2 down. So with 2 out, 3 in, let's check out our picks to click. Jim Angio, our director and the crew. They went with Tien. Stone Pony's going with Adam Dunn. And oh, look, good folks in the ticket office. Mike Mazza, Kenny Wiz, Tom Eichstadt, Pete Catazone, Laura Arenas, Mary Weiss, Joe, and everybody else. We're going to go with Omar Vizquel as that pitch is popped up right side. But the Sox put a crooked number up on the board. We'll go to the second leading 3-0. Here in the top of the second. 3-0 White Sox. RBI single, soft single by Quinton. Knocks in Pierre. And a 2-run homer by Canerco as Ramos can't get it up there. He comes in hitting at .285. 5 homers he's driven in 32.
AJ wanted that ball away. Gavin got it up and in. You just as soon stay away from Ramirez. He's been trying to pull everything.
Well, he is at his best when he is using a lot of right field.
It's one of the reasons why perennially he drives in 100 or more, because he used to use it all the time. Now he's concerned about the power. It might be his last year as a Cub.
Changed his stance just a hair. He'll be 33 in 5 days.
Always had a good run at it against the Sox.
He's had a pretty good run at it against everybody. This guy is a terrific hitter when he's using the whole field. When he's not a terrific hitter.
Well, you look and see just 5 home runs. That's most un-Ramirez like, as we're into the 70s in games played.
Full count. Pops him up right side. Paulie. And a reminder, you can lower your home electricity rate in 9 minutes or less. Check your Sox game card for a special promo code and visit home.constellation.com to learn what you can save. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
AJ went out to have a word with Gavin Floyd. Not about his performance, because it's been 4 up and 4 down, but about his location. As Gavin's missed a couple times where AJ has set up, and his Cub team second in the National League in hitting, so they can put some runs on the board.
Here's Pena hitting a hard .218. He's got 11 homers and 33 knocked in. Last year with the Rays hit .196 with 28 homers and 84 knocked in.
He's been, during the course of his career, a great defender at first and a run producer. Batting average, not so much.
Big hook. Plus, he's been good for a ball club.
Well, he's as good a clubhouse guy as you'll find. And that's one of the reasons why Jim Hendry spent $10 million on him. To help guys like Castro become major leaguers. Both
well,
on
you
and off
never
the field.
hear anything negative about it. Nothing.
No.
It's all positive. Scouts, teammates, former teammates. And the count 1-2.
The big curveball that Gavin throws over the right-hand batter's box and snaps over the outside corner will probably end this at bat.
That pitch is going to end a lot of the bats.
There's no doubt. Take a look what AJ wants.
There's the curveball. Chops it foul. Other action, Cleveland leading Colorado now has just tied it up. The Rockies have 4-4 hitting in the top of the 5th. Rockies 4, Cleveland 4, top of the 5th at Progressive Field. Later on, Tigers taking on the Dodgers in L.A. Count evens at 2.
Pena and Fukudome are the 2 guys that will have the longest at bats. The rest of this lineup usually swings fairly early in the count.
Curveball misses and the count goes full. Well, there's nothing wrong with swinging early in the count if it's working for you. And if you're not hitting or producing, you better see some pitches. And another foul. Cooperstown's got a lot of first ball fastball hitters in it, but they didn't miss it.
No, they went up there thinking about first ball fastball in a place where they can handle it. There's a lot of guys that just don't miss it.
And once again, the 3-2. First of 3 tomorrow. Mark Burley against Matt Garza. And on Wednesday, Jake Peavy against Doug Davis. Now, tomorrow's game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. And Wednesday's right back here over WGN Sports on the U. He gone.
The curveball is working very well for Gavin early in this one. That's always a good sign.
That's going to get a lot of left-handed hitters, that one.
There's no doubt. Unless you can lay off, and most of these guys don't.
No, not too many of them. That'll bring up Soriano, the DH, hitting at 275, 14 homers. He's driven in 34.
Look on Soriano is and always has been. Get ahead. If you go inside, go way in. But the wipeout pitch, the curveball or slider away and usually out of the zone will get it.
The reason he's making a lot of money and the reason he's been successful in his career is not because of defense.
No.
Partially because of stolen bases when he was younger. But he was a good mistake hitter.
Still is.
You make a mistake on him and he will get you. You make a decent pitch on him, you get him. You make a real good pitch on him and you wipe him out.
Before he came to the Cubs, he was a 40-40 man. He had great speed. Those days are by the boards.
The 1-2. And that's going to be Souvenir right side.
That was a mistake. AJ wanted a fastball low and away. That ball was up and out over the plate.
Well, up and out over the plate is not that bad on him. You get it down out over the plate.
No, you don't want to do that. But usually, if you don't roll the curveball, if you throw a good breaking ball, that ends the at bat.
And he pops it up. Can of corn. That is 6 up, 6 down for Gavin, and he leads it 3-0. WGN Sports Game Zone for up-to-the-minute stats and information. Log on to www.wgntv.com. And into the game zone, brought to you by Connie's Pizza. Now you can park at Connie's on Archer Avenue and take their free shuttle each game. Call 312-CONNIES for more info. And our buddy Rich King and his lovely new wife, April. Married about a year ago, we understand. And right here is AJ. He and Lisa have been married longer than that. A lot longer. Yeah. AJ at 282, couple of homers, 22 driven in. Ball hit hard and into right field by LeMahieu.
AJ gets one low and in exactly where he would have ordered it and drills it by LeMahieu.
So here's Alex. Alex at 209, 6 homers. He's knocked in 20. And that has popped up. Pena will take charge like he always does. Alex had a nice series in Arizona, a couple of home runs. And that'll bring up Mark Tien. And you can take the White Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every White Sox game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. Visit WhiteSox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
Tony Campana, the center fielder, can really go get him. He's got tremendous speed. And he's going to need it to his right because Blake DeWitt is a lifetime infielder, shifted to play left field.
Campana last year, 48 stolen bases.
He can fly.
He's their version of Brett Gardner, I assume.
The only thing is, Brett has established that he can hit. Tony hasn't quite yet, and that's the only concern.
There's a strike and the count 2-1. Well, San Diego jumping all over Cleveland in the 5th. They're now leading 7-4. They were trailing 4-0. Good check on that change.
Bill Miller says no. Ozzy's already used one hit and run.
That ball hit deep to left field. Stretch, get on back there. On the track is DeWitt, makes the catch. Thought it had a chance when it left. 2 down. So here's Juan Pierre. He started off that 3-run first with a base hit into right field.
The ejector button in Soto's glove, but he caught it, so no chance for AJ to advance.
And that's popped up. And that'll retire the side. Get the leadoff single. Can't do anything with it. We'll go to the 3rd. It is 3-0 Sox. First for our Sox, it'll be Soto, LeMahieu, and Campana for the Cubs. First pitch strike. So Giovanni hitting at 225 homers. He's driven in 15.
He's been trying to pull just about everything. So staying away from him is a pretty good idea.
Just off the corner.
Rudy Jaramillo, the hitting coach, has been trying to talk to Soto about going back to what he once did a lot of, which was drive the ball to right center.
Not going to get that one. Well, drive is a key word right there you just mentioned. There's a difference in hitting the ball to right center than driving the ball to right center.
Yes.
That curveball, he got a good pitch to hit right there and fouled it off.
There's a look at Rudy, who spent a long time with the Texas Rangers. Cubs lured him away with a pretty big long-term deal.
2-2. It's good to see the big hurt Frank Thomas down on the field today. And there's a good example of what we just talked about. When Frank first joined us, there's a chopper foul. He drove the ball to right center. Drove it.
A lot of
And
guys,
as time went on and passed, he started hitting the ball to right center. And that's why he didn't hit as near as many home runs out that way as he did when he first came up for his first 7 or 8 years. There's a shot, so the leadoff man aboard. You can cancel a post-game show.
he didn't get that one in, and it cost him. AJ wants it low and away. You see where this ball is? Inside. First hit of the game for the Cubs. Rifled by T.
So here's DJ LeMahieu, 22 years old. Takes first pitch strike. Last year at Daytona, hit .314, a couple of homers, and knocked in 73.
LeMahieu has played all over for Mike Quade. He was him at first, he was him at third. Tonight he's at second. He's out of LSU.
Well, he should have a good idea on how to play the game coming out of LSU.
Put a pretty good team on the field year after year after year.
One and two the count. Yeah, a lot of times, not so much now, but 20, 30, 40 years ago, you could watch guys come out of a certain college or a college. And if they came out, for an example, USC. Plays off the curveball. He was gone.
Tom Hallion on the call.
1 out.
AJ appealed down that way. And a big strikeout. Take a look at it from the side. Went around a little too far for the liking of Tom Hallion.
So here's Campana. But those guys would come out of certain colleges and you just automatically knew they knew how to play. Right, Dato, USC. Bobby Winkle's Arizona State. There's a bunt. Nicely played. 2 down.
Campana does that a couple times a game. That ball bunted probably a little bit harder than he would have liked. Gavin gets to it quickly. He's got to with Campana running. Throws him out easily.
Here's the leadoff hitter, Fukudomi. He bounced out, or grounded out, I should say. Not bounced, grounded out to Konerko. And that pitch is chopped foul. So the count 1-1.
Fukudome falls off the plate most of the time. So a good place to go is out away. He will take a walk. Then he walks his strikeouts. That's actually pretty good. 35 and 35 in each category.
Well, that's a hitting philosophy of the Japanese, as opposed to, let's say, Charlie Lau, who was, to me, probably the foremost hitting instructor, certainly in the last 50 years, maybe all the time. Charlie wanted you off the plate going in, diving, so to speak, on the ball. Japanese, they like to come off the ball. Like Ichiro will drift and come off the pitch.
Well, that's drifting to the extreme.
He's the biggest drifter I have ever seen. I mean, it's just incredible. You would never ever teach your son how to hit like that. Two out in the 3-1 pitch. Jack McKeon was just named manager of the Florida Marlins.
At a sprightly 80 years old. The search will be on. The new skipper when his year is over.
And there is ball 4. So the first walk of the ball game. And a reminder that Hooters is the official road game restaurant of the White Sox. Come into any Chicagoland Hooters location when the Sox are on the road to catch games on their flat screen TVs, all HD, and enjoy great Miller beer features. Hooters.
Castro just 21 years old. He's going to be a really good one.
There's some real good shortstops in baseball, young ones. Take that Elvis Andrus, 22 years old, down in Texas.
Very good.
He's just a ton of talent. Just a ton.
How about Asdrubal Cabrera? He's a little bit older, but he's still
25.
I mean, he's terrific.
Well, right now, if you're talking about the real complete package, Asdrubal Cabrera at his age, from 25 down, is the best in the business. That guy's pretty good. He's a little older. Ball gets away, so the runners will advance now. Ducks on the pine.
Fifth wild pitch of the year for Gavin Floyd. That one just ate up AJ. And a base hit scores a pair. As Fukudome runs fairly well.
Ourselves a 3-2 ball game.
RBI's 33 and 34. He fell behind Castro, threw the fastball right down the middle, and went right back up the middle.
And here's Blake DeWitt. Struck out on a curveball. Castro now 34 RBIs. 21-year-old shortstop.
And he's 8 for 8 in the stolen base department.
And he's got a decent lead. A little bigger lead, a half a step. There he goes. Pitch out. No chance.
Castro might have hurt his hand on the head first slide. They guess right on the pitch out. And don't get him.
Three runs on 4 hits for our guys, 2 runs on 2 hits for their guys. And the count 2-1.
This inning, that walk to Fukudome was probably the biggest at bat of the inning. It set up the Castro base hit, and now he's in scoring position.
And that's the can of corn into center field. But they come up with a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is 3-2 White Sox. Sox with 3 in the first. Cubs 2 in the top half of this frame. Omar takes it low and away. He grounded out on the hit and run to LeMahieu. Two and 0. Ramirez on the grass, well off the line at third. Pena back. And that is chopped foul. Omar now 3 for 15 lifetime off Zambrano.
Ramirez has not shown particularly good range to his right. He does have adequate range to his left.
And that's off the plate.
Zambrano hasn't won in about 3.5 weeks.
And that's foul. Ball for a base hit. And another souvenir. And you can join the Chi Sox mobile group today by texting Paul, P-A-U-L, to 244-769 for a chance to win an autographed Paul Konerko bet and 2 Gold Coast Ticket Club's tickets to the game on July 8th as that pitch is popped up. Pena. So out number 1. But that's 2 Gold Coast Tickets Club tickets to the game on July 8th. So text Paul to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. Here's Quentin. He had an RBI single. He nubbed one right off the end of the bat, a breaking ball, and it just slid by Carlos Pena.
Get a good swing at that one as Carlos ran it up there at 94. Quinton loves the ball down.
Too low. Too low. 2-1. Quentin now with 48 RBIs. And the count 3-1. Looks like Carlos is trying to work the ball. Zambrano.
He is doing that.
Yeah.
He's almost turning over that sinker.
Yeah. Broken bat. Nice pick by Ramirez. Nice peg. Nice play. 2 down. And Paulie's coming to the plate. Let's check out what he did back in the first. Our 4th drive of the game. Saw how quickly he got those hands in. That's just a good piece of hitting right there. Paulie now with 20 homers, 58 knocked in. And he is 10 for 30 lifetime off Zambrano with 5 homers and 8 RBIs.
Zambrano tried to run that one in on his hands, but down. All his pitch selection and plate awareness has been sensational.
That one at 94, and the count evens at 1. That home run by Konerko was number 385. Put him 1 ahead of Harold Baines. 56th place all time. And the count 2-1. Pretty good breaking ball, didn't get it. Sox with the second best all-time interleague record. Yankees are number one at 148-104. We are 147-106. Followed by Boston and then Minnesota. Breaking ball. That was just to get me over. That was a good pitch to hit.
Well, he thought about swinging and thought it might have been too high. It did have the plate.
It was getting me overs. Long way they go. And the payoff. And there's ball 4.
That one not even enticing enough for Paulie to look at as Carlos buries one in the dirt. We're very happy with himself.
So here is Dunn. Cleveland scored a pair in the bottom of the 5th. It is 7-6 Rockies after 5 at Progressive Field. Dunn struck out his first trip. Now the shift is not as exaggerated with the man aboard.
When Adam was in the National League, Cubs brought out the best in him.
And the count 0-2. Also that home run by Konerko. He ranks 3rd all time with 53 home runs, trailing only Jim Thome, who has 57, and Ken Griffey Jr. at 55. So that'll do it. We'll go to the 4th, leading by 1. First pitch to Aramis Ramirez is taken low and away. It's the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for our guys. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for their guys. First of a 3-game set, the Crosstown Classic. And we had 3 in the first, and all of a sudden that wild pitch by Gavin really hurt it.
On a walk in the wild pitch, put 2 runners in scoring position for Starlin Castro. He got the job done.
And that's out number 1. Sounded like he broke his bat, and that'll bring up Carlos Pena, who struck out on an extended, a lengthy at bat. Changeup. Good location.
Pena just shaking his head. It's the first one he's seen of those. Didn't expect it on the first pitch. Evans shook off a curveball, an inside fastball, and he wanted the fastball away.
And there's a strike. Well, you got to have your own strong opinions on that. You're the one that's throwing it.
No doubt. As I always explain, show me the column that says losing catcher, and I'll let you call the game.
And one thing a catcher does is suggest a pitch. That's all. Yeah, if you're a rookie, that's a different story. And that's off the outside corner.
Just setting up another curveball. Last 7 interleague starts, Kevin Floyd has been close to untouchable. 0.89 ERA.
And that one misses inside. So 2-2. Doubled him up, tried to get that corner, couldn't do it. So again, a full count.
And he swung at a breaking ball low and in last time to go down on strikes in the second.
Pops it up. And it's right on top of our dugout. Outfield slightly to the right, gap in left center. Tries to get him with a change, and he walks in. So the second walk issued by Floyd. The first one last inning really hurt him, and it scored. So here's Soriano. He went out to Quentin.
Pena 0 for 2 in the stolen base department.
Puts a little slider up there, down and away, and the count 1-0.
Been taking a long time tonight. Consequently, being out of rhythm, he's lost his release point.
Well, we mentioned earlier, Soriano in his career has been a good mistake hitter, and here he's got to get counts. Usually, good mistake hitters are good crip hitters, and by crip hitters, I mean 2-0-3-1, and they have the catbird suit.
That's why that cutter or slider would be a good pitch here on 2-0.
Off the end of the bat, Alex, he's there.
He'd have caught that ball and got it back in the infield. They might have been able to double up Pena. He thought that ball was going to drop, and he was 2/3 of the way to second base. Alex comes on. He's got this one all the way, but by the Take a look at how far Pena is off the bag. Now, if he catches it and throws it, he's got him out by plenty, but he took 5 steps. It's too late by that.
So here's Soto. He got a base hit in the hole between third and short.
Oh, wait, Soto hit 23 home runs. He does have some pop.
And he does on this one. Up. And that'll retire the side. He walks 1, he strands 1. They have stranded 2, and we lead at 3-2. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers for their support of local youth baseball leagues. Through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program, the local Chevrolet dealers are supporting over 35,000 young ball players in their communities. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. And even Bob Vorwall agrees with that. 3-2. Good guys on top here in the bottom of the 4th. Ramirez to lead it off. He went out to right field his first trip. He's now 3 for 8 lifetime off Zambrano. And of the 3 hits, 1 of them stayed in the park.
Ramirez is in at the grass. He's well off the line for Alexi. Will pull the ball if Zambrano tries to run it in on his hands. There's a lot of room between Ramirez and that bag.
And that's out of play right side. Facing of the LG Skyline Club seats. Takes that one down low. 2-2. Our very, very, very talented shortstop. Zambrano is a good athlete. And that's out number 1. And Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, 1 lucky fan will have a chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. We love being with them. Mark Seipel, Mike Corrigan, George Hofsummer, and the crew. AJ hit a screaming Mimi right by LeMahieu at second base for a base hit. Outfield about equidistant. And there's a base hit into left.
Zambrano with 2-0. Using his fastball, tried to run it away from AJ. Just reached out exactly where it was pitched. It was away. He poked it into left field. This ball is off the plate. AJ looking fastball all the way. Turns it into goal with his second hit of the night.
First pitch strike to Alex, who popped up to Pena. Well, if AJ just maintains that approach that Greg Walker's got him on. He's hitting .288 right now. That's just going to keep going up.
Well, the last 10 games, he's hitting close to 400.
I think for the last month, he's hitting about .330. Get down. It will. Kosuke giving him the shot. Just couldn't get there.
Zambrano about ready to deliver pitch number 71.
There's one. And rack him up. We're into the fifth, leading 3-2. $5 footlongs from Subway will just be the 500th texture to text Subway to 97999. So go to WGNTV.com and find out. DJ LeMahieu. Chopper. Omar. Jump. Bag. Out.
Good play by Vizquel up the middle. LeMahieu thinking he had a base hit. Made it very close at first base. Omar gets to it and then goes to the old jump pass. He usually gets there about a step ahead of the runner, regardless of how fast the runner is.
So here is Campana. Takes first pitch strike. Aparicio used to do that to me. I tell you, if he would have been bigger, he and I would have had a problem.
He just made you run all the way?
Oh, get me by a step. I don't care how hard or how slow it was hit. The harder it was hit, the longer he would wait. In fact, that Cleet Boyer, when he was with the Yankees, I told Cleet, he did that in Yankee Stadium with me when I was younger. And I told him, Cleet, I said, next time you do that to me, we're going to have a problem. Get over there. Good feed. Perfect feed.
But when you're that far away and you go underhand, you really have to be firm with it. The farther away will determine if you go underhand or throw overhand. Paulie knew that if Gavin would get there, and he did, he could use a firm underhand toss. But again, you want to hit him a step from the bag. Exactly what he did. You hit the inside part of the bag with your right foot.
Idealistically, that's the way the first baseman wants to give it to the pitcher all the time. And that's the way the pitchers want it. It's underhanded so they can see it all the way rather than coming over the top.
Lead him by a step. Let him get the ball, then locate the bat. Paulie doesn't make too many mistakes on those from what I've seen ever.
As we talked, you know, his defense at first base has just been almost flawless. He's been phenomenal. Some of the best hands I've ever seen at first. The most accurate throwing right-handed first baseman I've ever seen.
Well, you come up a catcher, you play a little third base, you have to have a pretty strong arm. What makes him unusual is not the strength of the arm, which is pretty good. It's the fact that he'll throw it right in the middle of the guy's chest on a 3-6-1 or 3-6-3 double play.
That's fouled back by Fukudome. Well, going down the stretch in 05. Not during the postseason play so much because he didn't have the opportunity. But going down the stretch in 05. I don't know if we get there except for his defense. That's how good he was at digging balls out of the dirt. There's that curveball. Pretty good pitch to hit. Couldn't do anything with it. He was just superb.
Pookie will occasionally swing at a high fastball away.
A little too high, a little too away.
Not that far away. What? Good idea.
Tien sucks it up. 1-2-3 inning. We're halfway home. We lead at 3-2. left field. Taking DeWitt back on the track. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for our Sox. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for their Cubs. And that's outside. And that's into left field. He's not going to get that one. So Tien starts us off with a nice single to left.
DeWitt playing very deep. That ball slicing away from him. Zambrano gets that ball up. When sinkers are up, they turn into fly balls and line drives.
And we would like to welcome viewers throughout the Midwest watching the WGN Sports Baseball Network in Central Illinois, on WCFN 49, on WHO-HD 13.3 in Des Moines, as here is Juan Pierre. Also in Peoria on My-59, and in the Quad Cities watching on WQAD 8.2. Welcome.
Ramos Ramirez thinks that Juan Pierre is going to lay it down because he is well in on the grass at third base.
Well, the reason DeWitt was playing deep and will play deep, almost, he's an infielder. There goes Mark. So that gets the job done.
Ozzie using the hit and run again, leaving Castro with only 1 play, and leaving it up to Vizquel and Quinton to drive him home.
Yeah, we need a base hit here. Pick up that run to break 3 scoreless innings. Had 3 in the first. If you're just joining us, as there's first pitch strike to Omar. He grounded out 1-4-3 his first trip, but it was a hit and run, and it got Pierre in the scoring position. Then he popped up to Pena. There it is. Now going to have to hold him, though, as Campana really gets to it in a hurry. Attaboy, Omar, our 44-year-old phenom.
They were playing very shallow in left and center field for Omar. They get right back up the middle. Again, this time a breaking ball stayed up. And a golden opportunity for Carlos Quinton.
Carlos had that single to knock in Pierre in the first inning, and then he grounded out to Ramirez at third. A little tardy on that one.
Quinton hits the ball in the infield. Vizquel's going to have to get down there and get a piece of the pivot man. Allow the run to score.
That's popped up. Fukudome. So another blowing opportunity up to this point.
Not going to run much on Fukudome. Not from that shallow.
No. So now they want to have a little talk here. You got Paulie coming up and you got Adam on deck. And it's pretty obvious what they're talking about.
It was Mike Quaddy. Paul Konerko has 3 2-homer games against the Cubs. I think Quaddy went out there to remind Zambrano he just as soon not see another one.
Collier his 20th homer. 2-run shot in the first. He walked in the third. Way outside sits Soto. That's the last thing Paul was looking for.
That fastball caught the whole plate. Again, Zambrano continues to throw over 90% first ball fastball. He got lucky on that one, because Soto wanted that off the plate.
Breaking ball, and very quickly 0-2 the count. Now you got to cinch it up and hunker down. 14. Bow your neck. Little shank, and that's going to be in the seats.
Carlos gets a little careless with one at 0-2. He only has one wild pitch all year.
Soto made sure that was not going anywhere. He smothered it. Well, that's a good managing ploy anyway. When you get that scenario, man on first and third, you got the hot man coming up to the plate. Regardless of what I've seen managers go out there in that situation coming up where you wanted to go the guy on deck if possible. But it makes the hitter think. The last thing you're going to look for is a fastball right down the middle. There's just a little rolling curveball.
Carlos got under it and lucky to get away with it. If that one hung a little lower, that one might have been out of here. Soto does a nice job of catching it with the glove down to make it appear that it was lower than it was.
Got him. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the sixth, leading by 1. Castro, who's 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, and 2 out, 2 RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Takes a fastball right there. No chance. 0-2.
Because he is a free swinger, because he very rarely, if ever, takes a walk, 13 of them, 297 at bats, he will swing at lots of breaking pitches out of the zone.
We mentioned earlier the Sox second best record all time in interleague play. You see the Yankees just ahead of us. They're just ahead of the, a little more so, of the Red Sox, and then the Twins. Hung it, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. 1-2 hanger. Mercer.
Just the second home run of the year for Castro. That one rolled up there. Very hittable. He has all 3 runs batted in, 35 for the year. And that was a no-doubter. Hang him high on the inside, and they go a long way.
A lot of guys are going to hit that one out. So they had 3 runs on 3 hits. And boy, what a big run we left on third base last inning. Wow. Oh, and 2 to DeWitt, who has struck out and gone out to center. All right, boys. Hold them right there. That curveball fouled out of play.
Castro just 21. Saw him in the Arizona Fall League at 19. Looked then like he was going to be a star. Looks the same way now.
And that's a base hit. So in essence, the leadoff man aboard after the leadoff homer by Castro. And here's Ramirez. He has popped to first and grounded to third.
AJ wants Gavin to stay closed because when he opens, he loses all command of the zone. Ramirez is an inviting double play target if you can induce the ground ball.
And he falls behind him 2-0. Gavin, though, in interleague play has been just terrific. In fact, he's got the all-time best ERA with a minimum of 10 starts. He's at 1.71. Got a lot of guys who have been terrific in interleague play. Mark Burley, 24-6. That's the best all-time record. Johnny Danks 6-3 with a 3.02. Jake Peavy 11-8 with a 2.89. Of course, Konerko has just been sensational. The 2-1 pitch. Trouble of brewing here in the top of the 6th. Hanging curveball hit out by Castro. And DeWitt singles, and a 3-1 for the second time. Big advantage to Aramis.
Gavin about ready to deliver pitch number 95.
Trouble of brewing. Well, Stoney, you saw it earlier in the game.
It didn't appear to me that he had a comfortable release point at all.
Right.
And he opens up. Breaking ball is going to roll. Castro took advantage of it. Now you got a problem because you got their 2 home run hitters back to back in Pena and Soriano with nobody out.
You said earlier you just didn't think he looked like he had any kind of a good rhythm going.
No, not tonight. He slowed it down considerably from when he's going well. James Hoy out there to break up the conference.
So here's Pena. He has struck out and he has walked. I mean, he's had 2 lengthy at bats, so he has seen a bunch of pitches from Gavin Floyd. And of course, the more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. Two on, nobody out. Activity now down in our pen. There's a good curveball.
I hope that Pena rolls over on one and hits it to the right side, but he's only grounded into 4 double plays this year. Primarily an uppercut swing, so Brian Bruni loosening in the pen.
Gavin has always had a tendency to get out there with his upper chest, get out there a little too quick on a breaking ball. When he stays back and lets it be a rotation pitch, he's fine.
He's trying to catch that inside corner to Pena and hasn't been able to do it tonight.
Yeah, he's been trying to do that all the first 2 at bats. That's a foul ball, says Tom Hallion. And the count 1-2. And a reminder, tickets for White Sox home games at US Cellular Field are on sale right now. They start at just $12 a seat, and the schedule is full of great matchups, promotional nights, and games featuring post-game fireworks. Call 866-SOX game or whitesox.com. Now too much time.
Gavin wants to try a pickoff play at second. He might have a shot at DeWitt, as Ramirez is standing right in back of him. And DeWitt is getting a very good lead.
And it's 2-2. And once again, a lengthy at bat. 3rd time he has gone full to Pena after getting up on top in the count.
It's number 101 coming.
Big pitch. Trouble of brewing here in the top of the 6th. They'll get me over. And it is 6-3 Cubs. Boy, he has made some mistakes tonight with that breaking ball.
12th home run, 36 driven in. And that's going to be it for Gavin Floyd, who didn't have real good stuff tonight.
The more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. He must have seen 20, 25 pitches from Gavin tonight. Meanwhile, he will depart, and we'll be back.
Taken out of the ballpark. Great change. Out away from Pena. He knows he got it. And now everybody knows he got it. So a 3-run deficit as Brian Bruni comes on for the 8th time. The ERA 3.60.
Get me over changeups go a long way. As here is Soriano. Going out to right, going out to center. 6 runs on 5 hits. And he just ate him up inside right there. That's out number 1.
Walks have been a bit of a factor with Brian. He has good enough stuff.
And Soto pops it up. Well, you had a bad feeling anyway last inning when we got 1st and 3rd, 1 out, didn't get him in. That's just a bad vibe. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. It's such a momentum shift. It can go from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, inning to inning.
And you can close the book on Gavin at 5+. 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
And a strike to LeMahieu. Omar. So a good job by Bruni. Meanwhile, a big crooked number goes up on the board. We trail it 6-3. We got time. 4 here in the top of the 6th. We had 3 in the first, so we got plenty of time. We got 12 outs. Don't have to get that sense of urgency yet. Just take our time, peck away. As here is Adam Dunn. Adam 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And we were talking about the more pitches a hitter sees, the more dangerous he becomes. In 3 at-bats, Carlos Pena hit the 22nd pitch that he has seen from Gavin out tonight. That 3-2 changeup up out over the plate. You see 22 pitches, you got a chance to do some damage.
Well, he threw him everything that he had, and Pena, who is starting to come alive with the long ball and the runs driven in.
I mean, you do the math. It's just that simple. Rather than seeing 6, 8, 9 pitches, you see 22. Good chance you can make a mistake in there. And the count 2-2. Come on, Adam, start us off right here. So he's got the hat trick, 4th strikeout for Zambrano. One thing that you don't want Carlos Zambrano to do is get some positive vibes out there.
You'd certainly like to get to that bullpen before the Marmol outs.
First ball, fastball strike to Alexei, who was going out to right and then bounced back to Zambrano. There's just a rolling curveball. Zambrano on the other side of that page has made some mistakes with his breaking balls tonight and got away with it.
Bill Oman loosening up in the pen.
Drops down, breaking ball.
That ball was foul.
Well, not according to James Hoy.
That ball was foul. If he can't see it because he's blocked by Soto, he needs to get some help.
Picked it up behind the plate.
That ball was in fair territory, rolled back with the spin, and back of the plate.
Watch this. It's got to be unfair if he fouls it straight down, but watch it come back and watch where he picks it up. That's foul. So here's AJ. Gets jammed. That didn't take long at all.
with a 3-run deficit. They'll be facing the two left-handers, Campana and Fukudome. With Castro in the hole. There are the numbers on Will Oman this year. He's got to hold him right there because Zambrano looks like he's getting tougher.
So here's Campana. He is 0 for 2. And Zambrano has 91 pitches. One thing about him, though, he is indeed a horse.
127 in Philadelphia, but the 127th was a grand slam to Placido Polanco.
One and one to count.
Campana, you have to watch the drag bunt, especially with a left-hander on the mound.
So ball and 2 strikes. Little pop up, short center. Who's going to get there? Alexei over the shoulder. Nice play.
Well, it worked out well. It was Alex's ball. Can't be playing Campana overly deep. And this one was up for a long time. Alexei, I guess, calling for it. A tough play. And he's able to make it.
So here's Fukudome. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, which turned out to be a big one, and a run scored. Gavin walked 3 guys tonight. Gavin, who's really been pitching so well, he just, well, if you're just tuning in, Steve called it earlier in the game. He said he just didn't look like he had his good rhythm at all going for him. He was taking a lot of time. Usually last 4 or 5 starts he's been getting it and throwing it.
And to get your rhythm, you have to work quickly. If you don't have your rhythm, slowing it down that much can't possibly get you the rhythm that you have to continually throw the ball in the zone.
Two and 1. Six, 5-0 for them. 3, 7-0 for us. If you're just joining us, and all of our runs coming in the first inning. 2-run homer highlighted that inning by Konerko. Paulie was homered now 4 straight games.
Don Cooper made a call to the bullpen, and that usually means get somebody up.
Ozzy's got to be a little careful, though. Softly hit. Oh, nice play right there by Mark. Low throw. Picked by Paulie. Yes. Wow. Picky Wilson.
This was a tough pick at first base.
I don't believe it.
Because this ball bounces well in front of Paul. Gets it there in time. And he digs it out to save the air with a big smile on his face because I don't think he knows how it stuck in the glove.
That's one of the better picks you'll see from a first baseman. But here's been the man. Starlin Castro takes that low one inside. But Ozzy got ejected in case you missed it. Now watch him kick Soto's mask. Soto looking over there smiling. And for a man who just passed the kidney stone, he better watch out.
Pretty feisty.
He's liable to have a couple more pop up on him.
Just told him today to keep on drinking water. He thinks that diet sodas are going to help him. I don't think so.
That's me. I go through at least 3 or 4 or 5 Diet Pepsis every day. Every day. Here's the 1-1.
It's Lucas Harrell loosening up.
Gap out there in left center. And the count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
Marlon Byrd, quite ready yet to go out on his rehab stint.
The fact that he's going to come back this quickly is amazing.
See all the blood in that eye.
A lot of facial fractures. Talked with Mike Quaddy before the game. He feels that Byrd should be back maybe a couple of weeks. He's their everyday center field.
The 2-2. That's into center field. So a nice 1-2-3 inning here for Will Oman. 7th inning stretch. Not good.
Lead.
Bottom of the 7th inning, we got 9 outs to come up with at least 3. We can do it. We got 3 in the first. Zambrano has settled down since that time, giving up only 4 hits, all singles. In fact, of the 7 hits we have, 6 singles, and then a 2-run homer by Conerco. So it'll be Rios, Tian, then back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre.
When I talked with Mike Quaddy before the game, I asked him about his starting pitching. He said ideally they'd like to go with 6 outs out of the bullpen. That means going through the 7th inning. And Zambrano is starting the 7th.
First pitch strike, Alex. 0 for 2, a pop up and a 5-4-3 double play. That curveball, Alex is high. Just a roller up there. I don't blame him. Watch this. Just a rolling, breaking ball. Nice pitch to hit. Pops it up. Tian hit the ball hard twice, once for a base hit, both times to left field. And the count 3-0. Don't help him out. We need some base runners.
'97th pitch on the way.
And there's ball 4.
Zambrano was rushing himself through 2 pitches of that sequence.
So here's Pierre. He led us off in the bottom of the first with that base hit and came around to score. Since then he has popped to third, grounded to short. Ramos Ramirez is well in on the grass at third as there's strike 1. Outfield short, swung around to the left. Zambrano, as I mentioned, good athlete, quick feet, good move,
and a real good hitter.
And he can run.
Big man, he sure can.
And listed at 6'5", 270. And look at the play right here by Pena. That's nothing new. He can pick it. 2 down.
Saves him a double here by not coming that far off the bag. Doesn't even think about second base. Takes the out. Knows he's got a 3-run lead. They'll trade the 90 feet for the second out of the inning.
Pick him up, Omar. Omar is 1 for 3. Takes it up high. Quentin on deck. Konerko in the hole.
Bullpen up and going for the Cubs. Both a right and left-hander.
And there's a strike on the corner.
Sean Marshall, Jeff Samardzija.
Chopper. Castro's got him. And that'll retire the side. We get a man aboard, can't do anything with it. We'll go to the 8th, trailing 6-3.
2-run homer in the first, gave him 4 consecutive games with a home run. Castro and Pena 3 RBIs each. The Cubs lead 6-3. Visit your local Honda dealer today to test drive the 2011 Honda Cross Tour, available with 4-wheel drive.
Blake DeWitt will lead it off against Will Ullman. Flips a little shank foul, and the count 0-1. He is 1 for 3 after Castro homered, leading off the 6th inning. That made it a 3-3 tie. DeWitt singled, then Ramirez walked, and then Pena in another lengthy bat against Gavin Floyd hit a 3-2 changeup out of here. And that's the 6-3 score. Just joined us. They're not here. And Pena's 3 at bats against Gavin. He saw 22 pitches. As I mentioned, you do the math. Close didn't get it, and the count 2-1.
It's likely Ullman will just throw to DeWitt with the bullpen up and going again.
That's in the right field. Quentin. He might let him go ahead and pitch to Ramirez with Pena on deck.
Lucas Harrell is ready, but nowhere to go for the moment.
Ramos has popped to Konerko and grounded to Tien at third. He also walked and scored. Breaking ball strike. Also, if you just tuned in tonight here, Jack McKeon is back at the helm of the Florida Marlins, 80 years of age. And that's in the center field. That's just a can of corn. 2 down.
Here's our Xfinity high def shot of the game. 3-run homer. That's the difference in this one. Chicago White Sox baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast.
.33-year-old veteran takes first pitch strike. So Ullman has retired everybody he's seen. Placed 5 and retired 5. And to count 0-2.
Infield with a very similar shift to the one that everybody employs against Adam Dunn. Ramirez playing up the middle.
He gone. He knew it. Good job by Will Ullman. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We need 3 to tie. Crosstown Classic. We led it 3-0. They scored 2 in the third, 4 in the sixth. And here's Quinton. Takes low ball 1. He hit a breaking ball right off the end of the bat and it squibbed right by Pena to knock in Pierre in the first inning. And there's a chopper to Harper. Castro right over the top. A nice throwing motion. A little bit reminiscent of Jose Valentin. But Quinton now 1 for 4. And here's Paulie, who's 1 for 2, a 2-run homer.
Zambrano has gotten Mike Quanti exactly where he wanted him to get him. At the most, 5 outs to cover.
First pitch strike. One and 1 to count. Reminder, Sox fans, come to U.S. Cellular Field and spend your holiday with us on Monday, July 4th at 6:10 p.m. It's Independence Day celebration and fireworks presented by Captain America. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. One and 2 to Paulie, who has 5 career home runs off Zambrano. Curveball. Two down. 5 strikeouts for Zambrano in the evening, all with Dunn and Canerco. Adam has 3 strikeouts in his 3 at-bats. Shift is on. And there's the ball, 1-1.
Still is as deep a shift as we've seen anybody play him.
And the count 2-1.
Castro can shake hands with Phil Cuzzy in the outfield.
Not too much time. Two and 2. And it's full. Ball 4 base hit, Adam.
It's number 115 for Zambrano. He's gotten them to marble rate.
That's the fly ball into right field, just muscled out there right in front of the Jackie Robinson sign. Just missed it. Meanwhile, we're into the 9th.
Sox game. Then it's Wednesday night, WCIU at 7. And Friday night versus Washington at 7 on CSN. Lincoln upcoming schedule.
And the count 1-1 to Soriano from the 26-year-old right-hander Lucas Harrell, alone in relief of Will Oman, who had a terrific 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down. And the count 3-1.
Bullpen's been spotless with Bruni and Oman.
There's a strike, 2-2. Back to the middle. Six runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Cubs. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for our Sox. And here is Giovanni Soto. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Taking a long look down at Ivan De Jesus, the third base coach. Bobby Dernier, the first base coach.
There's a strike. And the Rockies have defeated Cleveland 8-7 at Progressive Field. One and one to count. Just a static lead by Soriano. Dodgers leading Detroit 1-0 that game in the top of the second out in LA. And that's chop foul. Tim Hudson the winner, Ricky Romero the loser, as Atlanta shuts out Toronto 2-0. Kimbrel with his 20th save.
Atlanta doesn't hit a lot, but they've got some pitching staff. Everybody talks about the Phillies in the NL East. Atlanta's right there with them.
2-2. He gone. He knew it. He was walking before he threw it. And what would you do with an extra $1,000 a week every week for the rest of your life? We'll play Cash for Life instant games from the Illinois Lottery. You keep living, they keep giving. $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week for life. The longer you live, the more you're going to get. So here's LeMahieu, has struck out, grounded to second twice. For our guys, schedule hitters in the ninth, Ramirez, Pierzynski, Rios, and then hopefully Tien. Back to the top of the order, Pierre and Moore. One and one to count. Mark Burley against Matt Garza tomorrow night. That game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. And on Wednesday, Jake Peavy against Doug Davis, and right back here over WGN Sports on the U, as he could not check it up in the count 1-2.
Here's a look at a man who's 24-6 in interleague play. He welcomes it every year.
Just getting his ear burned off by Jeff Cox. If you ever want to kill 15 to 20 minutes, just go up and Jeff Cox and say hi.
Well, he's telling Mark how to run the bases in Colorado when he gets on.
Here you go. So 2 down. Tony Campana, 0 for 3.
AJ motioning to both Tien and Paulie to think about it, because he might be bunting.
Change up. And the count 1-1. Just getting home, joining us. 3 home runs in the game. A 2-run shot by Konerko in the first. That's his 4th consecutive game he's homered in. Solo shot in the 6th by Castro to tie the game at 3. And then a 3-run shot in the 6th by Carlos Pena to make it a 6-3 Cub lead. Out. Two and 2. And there's a base hit in the hole. So that'll bring up Fukudome. And bring out Joey Cora. If you're just joining us, Ozzie was ejected back in the 6th inning.
With Chris Sale up in the pen, I think that would be it. Lucas Harrell will depart. Chris Sale will come in, and we'll be back.
Scott Cordy from Grays Lake. He was selected at random by Miller Lite to throw 1 pitch.
It looked like it was fairly easy to do. I mean,
a chance to win 1. You could have, you know what? In your heyday, you could have sat out there and thrown 10 curveballs, probably got 7 of them through that hole.
Yeah, if I was throwing from 10 feet away. He was a little too far away, I think. Chris Sale coming on. 2 men on, 2 men out. Cubs lead by 3. There are the numbers for Sale. He's got to face Fukudome,
who is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Fukudome does not like a side-winding left-hander with his style. Unless it's a mistake. One and one to count with 2 down. Other scores: Yankees beat Cincinnati 5-3. Nova, the winner. There's a good strike. Baltimore 8, Pittsburgh 3. Arrieta over Morton. Tampa Bay leading Milwaukee 5-1 at Miller Park, 8th inning. Nice block by AJ. And that rocky 8-7 victory over Cleveland, Lindstrom the winner over Carmona. Houston Street picked up his 21st save.
Matt Garza, who will start tomorrow night's game.
He gone. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. We got some work to do.
Lottery Mega Millions and Powerball. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is worth $64 million, and Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is worth $48 million. So Carlos Marmol comes in the game. Marmol 1-2, ERA 2.78, on for the 32nd time, looking for his 15th save. Zambrano went 8 strong, had a shaky first, then slammed the door after that.
He certainly did. As Alexei will lead it off. Alexei is 0 for 3.
If you can be patient with Marmol, he will walk you. That's one problem that he has. Striking out hitters for him is not a problem.
And the count 2-0.
He feels better when he can throw his slider for a strike than when he has to throw a fastball.
Don't help him out. AJ on deck. Rios in the hole. And there's one. 6-7-0 for them, 3-7-0 for us. We led it 3-0 after 1.
It was 3-1 and usually 3-2 sliders. There was the 3-1 slider.
There was a 3-2 slider. That man has a lot of talent. Castro.
He's got 15 errors this year. He makes a lot of them because of his youth. Just going to be a terrific player and just keep getting better. He's shown us tonight that he's pretty good now.
Well, he's got good hands. So when you get a guy with an arm like his and that has good hands and big range like he does, he's quick. He's going to make some errors because he's going to have some tough throws that get away from him because he was off balance when he got to the ball. AJ's 2 for 3. And the count 1-1. There's it. Counting in. Slide ball.
That one well off the plate. It breaks so quickly, it looks like it's in the zone.
Another one. And that's poked in the hole. So AJ with his 3rd hit.
After 2 pitches in, he's just in protection mode. And in just trying to protect, he drives it right by Ramirez.
Alex 0 for 3. Takes first pitch strike. No way. Oh, he got a good one hit right there. Can't do anything with it.
Hanging slider on the inner portion. Very similar to the one Castro hit out of the park. This one doesn't do anything.
And there's a base hit. Just reaches out. Now we got something cooking. And it'll bring up 10. Come on, Mark.
Pena and Soto going out to the mound to talk with Marmol. Very rarely do you see him give up 2 hits in an inning, as Rios just reaches out. That was another one that didn't do a great deal. Able to get enough of the bat on it to drop it into left field. So Martin represents a tying run.
Mark is 1 for 2. Twice he has hit the ball hard. Once deep to left and hard single to left. Got that slider in a good place on him, right underneath his hands.
You see it inside as a left-hand hitter. It's usually going to break in well off the plate. just tough to lay off of because it looks inviting. Marmol has given up just 1 home run this year.
Maybe, maybe no. Fukudomi is there. Hit it towards the end of the bat, got out there and died.
Another slider. Another ball that stayed up and in the middle of the plate. Marmol's making a lot of mistakes, and to this point, he's getting away with it.
There was another real good pitch, just a hair quick on it. So here's one. He is 1 for 4. AJ at third. Alex at first.
Carlos Pena motioning in the dugout if he wants him to play over.
And the count 2-0. Come on, Juan, keep it going. We need you. Got that slider over. Last thing Juan was looking for.
Could be the first thing, because that's a pitch he gets over the plate. That is his comfort pitch.
There's him. 2-2.
He didn't get a whole lot of that one. Another one that just kind of stays right there.
And there's a chopper. And this ball game is over. So we jump off to a quick 3-0 lead on the 2-run homer by Konerko. They score 2 in the third, 4 in the sixth. They win at 6-3, and we'll be back.